Mission, HRDC Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Professor Dr. Satish Patil sir, the Deputy Director, Rafi sir, and all the staff members of Malviya Mission Institute, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and the participants, friends, and colleagues. So today I am going to discuss about the national education policy, but with reference to the evaluation reforms and also the holistic development and the skill-based education, that the core areas of this national education policy. See friends, as you know that this is the third national education policy. In 1968, first national policy come into existence. In 1986 and in 2020, this national education policy has come into existence. Prior to this policy, the documentation and the preparation of this policy has started since 2014. So it takes near about 6 years, 6 prolonged years to come into existence. Why these 6 years? Because the committee drafting members and all the executive members of the committee, they prepared the draft, and the draft is presented in front of the all the academic pillars who are working in the education, especially in the higher education sector. As today we are going to focus on the higher education only. That's why I am talking about the higher education aspect. So these drafts came in 2014 and it's started in 2014. And in 2018, the draft is open for the discussion. They called from the suggestions from all the stakeholders or the academic pillars, and from their suggestions, this final draft has come into existence and it is accepted by our parliament and by the government in 2020. And almost now 5 years has completed after accepting this draft in 2025. Again, we are talking about the orientation and also regarding creating awareness about the national education policy. Actually, I must have to congratulate the Malviya mission that they have continuously taking the efforts to create orientation, to motivate the faculty members to understand the core and crux of this national education policy. So today we are going to discuss about the aspects regarding the evaluation reforms. So before going forward, I want to share some of the videos so that you can get aware about what is exactly and the crux of this national education policy. These videos are created by the Ministry of Education. So I will share some of the videos with you. Hello.
सर दिसत नाही.
But काय म्हटले ते? हो करतो करतो. तुम्हाला दिलं नाही का त्यांनी ते पत्रकारचं आमचं? मग हा चालेल दिले. हम्म. हम्म. ठीक आहे सांगतो त्याला. हम्म. हो हो हो. ठीक. हो. दिस इज द वीडियो.
किताबें कहती हैं अब कहानियां नहीं आंखों में है, अब सपने नए, हुनर की हुंकार है अब, निज भाषा की ढाल है अब। देश की नई शिक्षा नीति ने आज युवाओं के सपने भी बदले हैं और उन्हें पूरा करने की स्ट्रैटेजी भी। ये देश की शिक्षा व्यवस्था को अंग्रेजों के समय की संकुचित सोच से बाहर निकालकर भारतीय मूल्यों और 21वीं सदी के आधुनिक विचारों से जोड़ रही है। तभी तो युवा बन रहे हैं स्किल्ड, कॉन्फिडेंट और इनोवेटिव ग्लोबल लीडर्स। हम केवल केवल डिग्री धारक युवा तैयार न करें, बल्कि देश को आगे बढ़ने के लिए जितने भी मानव संसाधनों की जरूरत हो, हमारी शिक्षा व्यवस्था वो देश को उपलब्ध कराए, देश को दे। शिक्षा नीति ने 2 साल में ही स्कूली शिक्षा, उच्च शिक्षा और स्किलिंग की तस्वीर बदल दी है। देश की युवा पीढ़ी को मिला है एक नया आसमान, जहां पुराने बंधनों से आजादी है। स्कूली शिक्षा अब बोझिल नहीं, मजेदार है। खेल खेल में क्रिएटिविटी के साथ साथ पढ़ाई बच्चों को लुभा रही है। निष्ठा ऑनलाइन टीचर ट्रेनिंग के तहत 47 लाख शिक्षकों ने ट्रेनिंग कंप्लीट की है। विपुल भारत कार्यक्रम में बच्चों की बुनियादी पढ़ने लिखने और संख्या ज्ञान को ठोस करने के साथ ही उनकी रुचि और क्षमता का आकलन भी किया जा रहा है। विद्या प्रवेश के तहत खेल खेल में बच्चों को स्कूली शिक्षा के लिए तैयार किया जा रहा है। समग्र शिक्षा के माध्यम से सरकारी स्कूलों में लर्निंग एनहांसमेंट पैकेज दिए गए हैं। एकेडमिक बैंक ऑफ क्रेडिट और मल्टीपल एंट्री एग्जिट सिस्टम युवाओं को पहली बार अब पसंद और सुविधा के अनुसार पढ़ने का मौका दे रहा है। जहां छात्र अब एक साथ मल्टीपल कार्यक्रम की पढ़ाई कर सकते हैं, वहीं वे ट्विनिंग, डुअल और जॉइंट डिग्री अरेंजमेंट्स के जरिए कुछ सेमेस्टर की पढ़ाई अंतरराष्ट्रीय विश्वविद्यालयों में भी कर सकते हैं। पीएम ई विद्या कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत वन क्लास वन टीवी चैनल और दीक्षा के माध्यम से 33 भारतीय भाषाओं में 2.9 लाख ऑनलाइन ई कंटेंट भारत के कोने कोने तक पहुंचाया जा रहा है। स्वयं बुक्स पोर्टल और स्वयं प्रभा टीवी के व्यापक विस्तार के बाद अब डिजिटल विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना और मल्टी मोडल शिक्षा चैनल्स को 34 से बढ़ाकर 200 करने का कार्य भी जोर शोर से चल रहा है। आज स्कूलों तथा कॉलेजों में विभिन्न भाषाओं में, साइन लैंग्वेज में, ऑडियो फॉर्मेट में पढ़ाई सामग्री उपलब्ध कराई जा रही है। इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजों में भी भारतीय भाषाओं में पढ़ाई हो रही है। जेईई, नीट आदि परीक्षाएं भारतीय भाषाओं में ली जा रही हैं। हमारी प्राचीन विद्या को आधुनिक शिक्षा में एकीकृत करने के लिए 13 इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम सेंटर्स खोले गए हैं। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति में रोजगार सृजन पर भी विशेष जोर है। वोकेशनल कोर्स वाले बच्चों को इग्नू और एनआईओएस के रास्ते मेन स्ट्रीम शिक्षा से जुड़ने के अवसर दिए जा रहे हैं। पीएम गति शक्ति के अंतर्गत 75,000 स्टूडेंट्स को प्रशिक्षण दिया जा रहा है। स्कूल्स, आईटीआईज और हायर एजुकेशन सेंटर्स में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर शेयरिंग के जरिए स्किल हब सेंटर्स स्थापित किए जा रहे हैं। उभरती और भविष्य की टेक्नोलॉजी में इंडस्ट्री लेड एवं मार्केट लिंक्ड वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग पर निरंतर बल दिया जा रहा है। नई शिक्षा नीति के माध्यम से बच्चे और युवा अब उस उज्जवल भविष्य के निर्माण में जुटे हैं, जहां प्रश्न पूछने पर पाबंदी नहीं होगी, बल्कि हर प्रश्न का हल होगा चुटकियों में।
So this is the video that I have shared with you, and it created awareness about the national education policy and the efforts taken by the Ministry of Education. Again, I want to share another video. There are 3 points the video describing about. One is about that it mentioned that 13 Indian knowledge system centers that have opened throughout the India, and according to that, the base of our Indian knowledge system is going to be imparted, and it came into existence as the main part of our curriculum system. And according to that, these centers are motivating the students to undertake the studies regarding the Indian knowledge systems, the glorious tradition of Indian knowledge system that we are going to uh, impart with the help of, and the same video I am going to share with you right now.
The architectural marvels of Rajasthan. India's traditional knowledge is a mosaic of
सर ये साउंड इतना ही है। हेलो। सर साउंड इतना ही है सर। सर साउंड येत नाही सर, आवाज येत नाहीये. हॅलो.
like the Arthashastra from Chanakya,
येस सर, येतो आवाज.
ARP
हं.
and Ramayana, Mahabharata. Confluence of these systems can foster cross-cultural understanding, promote intercultural dialogue, and ease the exchange of knowledge and ideas between different cultures and countries. The integration of India's ancient knowledge into the modern education system holds immense promise. It instills cultural appreciation, promotes sustainable solutions, sparks innovation, and creates a platform for research and collaboration. Let's celebrate the third anniversary of NEP 2020 by advocating for the integration of Asian knowledge into education. Together, we can preserve our heritage and empower future generations.
So this video highlights the importance of Indian knowledge system, and the students very gloriously talking about the various aspects of Indian knowledge system. What are the uh, extra efforts that we have to put together to enhance the knowledge about the great culture and heritage of our motherland, that is India. So this is a very important aspect in the national education policy, that on the basis of which we can achieve the glory that we have had in the time of Takshashila, Nalanda, and all the ancient universities, for which purpose from all over the world, the education seekers came to India and get liberated with the help of the knowledge that we have. That's why when we are talking about the knowledge society, we are talking in the terms of this 20 and 21st century only. And this knowledge society term was coined by India in the long ages. So we can say 1,000 years of ago, we were the knowledge society. And now in 20 and 21st century, the people from the West, they are just started describing about the knowledge society. So this is the vast difference. And this Indian knowledge system is going to provide a bridge, that we must have faith in our knowledge. We must have faith in our glorious education system, and the same system can be incorporated with the help of this national education policy. And now we have started the same with the help of this Indian knowledge system as a different and a special subjects, and it is also a generic subject, not a faculty oriented subject. This is a generic subject. Here what happened in our university, that each and every faculty, they have designed their own subject in Indian knowledge system. That is also part of your curriculum. But as a generic subject, the deans and all the faculty members, they have to sit together and design the curriculum of this particular Indian knowledge system, which is unique and which is going to be helpful. It should be designed on the basis of the introduction to the Constitution of India, and also like the environmental science paper. So these are the compulsory papers for these we can say UG courses. So on the basis of the same, we have to design and develop the curricula for this Indian knowledge system. Now the third part that we are going to focus about the internship. What are the importance of internship, and how this NEP has provided a scope. Now, prior to these NEP, the internships are limited to engineering and professional courses only. But the students from humanities, the students from social sciences, they can also go for the internships and develop their skills. In the first video, we are discussing about, or the first video discusses about the improvement of skills. The Prime Minister also focuses that हम लोगों को डिग्री होल्डर्स बनाने नहीं है, हमको जो बनाने हैं सिटीजन्स ऑफ भारत, वो उनके हाथ में कुछ कौशल्य होने चाहिए. So this was the focus of this national education policy. The skills must be imparted to the budding citizens of India. That's why this internship plays a very important role and vital role in providing the skills to the students. So the next video is about the importance of the internship.
This is what internship and industrial visits. They give you a taste of actual work environment where you learn practical skills and textbooks don't teach. You get to work with well-seasoned professionals that acts as your mentor, guiding you towards success.
It provides you with the experience that your first job requires. Contrasting to what people believe, an internship is not a job. It is a taste of corporate life. It is a taste of how you present yourself. It is a taste of how you communicate in a team, how you work together to achieve a goal.
जब हम इंटर्नशिप पर जाते हैं तो उसका हमें अनुभव प्राप्त होता है. जैसे मैं हूँ तो क्या एक शिक्षक बनने की जो इंटर्नशिप है उसके लिए बीएड कर रहा हूँ, तो क्या होता है जब इंटर्नशिप में जाते हैं तो हमें वो सारे अनुभव प्राप्त होते हैं जो हमें भावी जीवन में आवश्यक है.
With the experience on how the actual work takes place, it helps students in deciding the field they want to specialize and pursue after they graduate.
This internship helps us to get hands-on experience on real-life problems and challenges which are faced by the industry. And also it gives us a chance to apply our knowledges which we get through the academics to tackle those problems in a most efficient way. This internship also helps us to get soft skills, some soft skills also such as problem solving skills, critical thinking skills, and time management skills. The most important thing which we learn through the internship is the networking. We meet different types of people from the different industry who are the expert in their field, and we learn from their experiences.
We had internship previously. It has enabled me to understand myself and also upskill myself for the future. Not only this, but it has also helped me explore opportunities that are existing in the market but are not spoken about.
Internship experiences, industry visits gives you a whole new perspective and look at things and ends up giving you direction to your life.
During my time at Flipkart, I had the opportunity to understand the roles of various stakeholders in a dynamic business environment. I also had to collaborate with various teams such as the marketing, operations, and logistics that gave me a holistic understanding of the whole supply chain process. I also had to take up a lot of real-time decisions and had to face challenges head-on.
These experiences contributed majorly to my personal and professional development, preparing me to confidently navigate the job market. The new education policy, along with these experiences, equip me with essential job readiness skills.
So this video focuses about the internship and the benefits of internship. The students were very gloriously talking about the internship and the benefits of internship, how the internship is going to provide a boost in their career. And from all over the country, the students, they have participated in various activities. They have shared their views regarding the internship. So I request all the faculty members who have joined this course, particularly, they must have to focus on the internship so that our students there, they can also join for various types of internship programs. Here in Maharashtra, what happens, the Chief Minister has recently provided a scheme of internship to the graduate students from the social sciences and humanities. They also can go for the internship projects, and whatever the stipend, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra from his fund is going to provide the stipend to the students. So this is a great opportunity for the students from the Maharashtra. they can go for these internship projects in various sectors, so that whatever the government is going to design and develop, all their policies, all the schemes that can be utilized as a medium to understand and also train oneself in the areas of soft skills and personality development, so that the students from the rural area and also from the urban area, they can cope up with each other and participate in such type of internship activities to boost their career opportunities. So this is a very important aspect that we must have to focus when we are talking about the internship programs. Now the last video I have to show to you, that is regarding the importance of digital learning. So friends, after the corona pandemic or COVID pandemic, we come to know the importance of digital learning. And this digital learning provided a platform to the students who are in service. And now number of students, they are gaining knowledge with the help of these digital platforms and digital learning. Here in the previous video, also we have seen the importance of Swayam, Disha, Bharat, and also number of platforms through which we can get the knowledge within a very short period of time. Swayam portal is there. With the help of that Swayam portal, you can join as per your choice any course and gain the knowledge and also the skills in the area of that particular subject. So digital learning in the coming days or the coming years will be a great platform for knowledge sharing and for gaining the information. So the importance of digital learning with the help of this video.
Learning through online portals such as SWAM and NPTEL offers a myriad of benefits. Digital learning is where you will learn remotely through a online portal. Personally, I find digital learning to be extremely helpful as it allows me to learn a specific skill I want at my own pace.
From NPTEL or SWAM, an exceptional free online learning platform aligned with the NEP, National Education Policy's vision for education transformation.
You're being taught topics of relevance. You have assignments, you have doubt clearing sessions, you have tests to check your progress. Now we've done something special. I myself have done an individual course, and let me tell you, I firmly believe that this is a step towards the future of education and learning in general.
The platform also offers variety of courses under 22 disciplines and internships for top performers, promoting experiential learning as encouraged by the NEP.
The online courses have allowed me to utilize my free time for career advancement, and the flexible timing options have given me the opportunity to incorporate these courses seamlessly into my routine according to my own convenience.
One of the greatest advantage of digital learning is its flexibility. With I can access a wide range of courses anytime, anywhere. This flexibility has allowed me to pursue my educational goals at my own pace and convenience.
It's particularly beneficial for someone who lives in remote areas.
The Swayam Prabha DTH channel made it possible for the students from rural areas to learn new concepts without any access to internet. One of the main benefits of Swayam is its cost effectiveness. You don't have to pay a much fee for registration. You have to pay a nominal fee for the certificate after the completion of courses and exams.
It is affordable, which makes less impact on the student budget. Like NPTEL does not take money until you have to give the exam.
Online courses are also cost effective. You can save your money from travel and accommodations. And as of NPTEL and Swayam, there is no cost of learning to you.
These platforms offer a wide range of courses from top educational institutions, allowing students to access high quality lectures and study materials anytime, anywhere.
It is provides very diversified courses where we can select what interest we have in.
Additionally, interactive features like quizzes and discussion forums promote active engagement, enhancing understanding and knowledge retention.
Digital learning platforms recognize the importance of certification. These certificates not only validate my useful knowledge and also enhance my professional profile.
I can enhance knowledge and skills on certificates from IITs that can boost my resume and career prospects.
Dream of every engineering aspirant is to secure a seat at NITs or IITs, but unfortunately many couldn't. But Swayam portal made the dream a reality. Here we can directly learn both the theoretical and the practical knowledge from the faculties of IITs and NITs, and also from experienced mentors for free.
Students like us from state universities doesn't actually give the access to learn the lectures or hear the lectures presented by the IIT or NIT professors. Right? These portals, we can easily get access to them just by using the mobile phone.
Lectures are recorded. I can download them and revisit them anytime if I forget about history or something. These courses have a complete package of lessons, assignments, tests, and study material.
As it is a laid out structured platform. It was very interesting for me to get into a new topic while everything is laid out in front of me and I can get on to every topic by knowing where to start from and where to end.
The credit transfer policy under the UGC regulations 2016, in which the MOOC courses which a student takes must be granted a credit score in their academic score.
NPTEL stands out due to its practical relevance, emphasizing real-world application and industrial alignment. It supports to the NEP goals of fostering skills for societal inclusion.
These courses are really having extra value to us, and they really help with building up your knowledge to vast extent.
This course can add greater value to our resume and can make us to stand out from the crowd during any interview.
I have pursued courses on ethics and values in engineering and soft skills, both of which have augmented my communication skills and improved my value system as a future engineer. And I have been privileged to part of Chandigarh University, where the elective subjects from NEP were compulsory for us. Though the subjects that I chose were something that was compulsory, but I thoroughly enjoyed the reading process of it. It is very easy, it is easier to comprehend, it is not very complex, and in fact, it provides you the deeper understanding about the subject itself. Talking about myself, I always have a dream for entrepreneurship, but I lack knowledge and skills. But through NPTEL and Swayam, I got the chance to learn from best people in India and certified in entrepreneurship from IIT programs, making it more easy for me to understand various fields. I took the Python for data science course from NPTEL because I wanted to learn on code, as well as learn about the data structures that are used in Python for data science. And I watched the recorded lectures where I wanted to and whenever I was free at my own pace. And now I know about making content. Overall, I think digital learning is a great way to learn new skills and advance your education. As flexible, convenient, and affordable. If you're looking for a way to improve your skill, I highly recommend checking out online learning platforms like Swayam or NPTEL. Thank you.
So friends, this is regarding the final video. It talks about the digital learning and how digital learning is going to provide a wider understanding of the courses, and also we can say that the importance of digital learning in this 21st century, post 21st century, that we can understand the importance of digital learning and how it is going to be beneficial for the students. There are 10 important factors which are very important when we are talking about the digital learning. First one is the flexibility. The students have the flexibility according to their time and according to their schedule. They can attain this type of digital courses with the help of the Swayam and NPTEL platforms. Another one is the affordability. These all courses, they are very cost effective and they are very affordable to the students without paying much fees. The students can acquire the knowledge. Then diverse course content. It has the numerous and diverse course content, number of courses, the faculty members or the developers, they have designed and a wide range of courses have placed on the NPTEL Swayam and also the Swayam Prabha TV. With the help of the students can acquire the knowledge. Collaborative learning is also an important aspect. Certification, unless and until you are going to pay the fees. So in the initial stages, as one of the students remarked that only the fees you have to pay when you are going to appear for the examinations only. So before the examination or till the examination you can learn, and after your preparation only, and you found that now I am prepared for the examination only, then you have to pay the fees and appear for the examination and get certification of that particular course. So this is a very flexible, and also we can say that it is a cost effective. Then top faculty, it is a dream of the students that they have to learn from the premier institutes of India, that is Indian Institute of Management and Indian Institutes of Technology. The faculty members from these premier institutes, they have designed and developed various types of courses and they are available on the NPTEL and Swayam platform. So the students from the rural area and from all the parts of the country, they can join from that faculty member. So this is going to be a very good initiative by the Ministry of Education, can get and acquire the knowledge according to their choices. So this is the very important aspect of that the NEP or this digital learning focuses on. Quality lectures, as I am talking about the premier institutes, the professors from the Indian Institute of Management and Indian Institute of Technology, they have developed and designed the courses, the quality of lectures they have placed there. Then industry alliances, what is the need of it? And according to the need of the time, in collaboration with the industry, faculty may have designed and developed the courses, and according to that, after the completion of course, the students very easily going to get the job opportunities on a very higher salary. So this is the aspiration of any student, that after completion of course he must get some salary, some job in the institutes or in industry. So these digital courses, they have provided a boost to resume of the students and they can get acquired in the industry as per their wish. But for that purpose, they have to go for a particular course. So in the first part of the lecture, we have created an overview of the national education policy. Then we, with the help of this lecture, we understood the importance of Indian knowledge team, the importance of internships, and third part we discuss about this digital learning. So these are the aspects that we have understood till now. And the today's focus area, or we can say this is the background of today's discussion, and it is a very important aspect that today we are going to discuss. That is the evaluation reforms. What type of evaluation reforms that the national education policy has envisioned in this document. So when this policy came into distance, there load, but this teaching load is going to hamper condition that what will happen if this NEP is going to implement all those things, blah, blah, and blah. So this is I am talking about this holistic and skill-based education. Every education system has to go for the evaluation purposes, and evaluation plays a very important part in education system. Unless until you are going to assess the knowledge of the students, how you are going to provide certification to the students. And there are a number of ways of evaluating their performance. But we are stick to the traditional system of evaluation processes only. And the student for the semester exam or the year-end examinations. That's why the Minister of India has to intervene in the system, and he has to start the Pariksha Pe Charcha. The main motive of conducting such type of motivational inspiring programs is that to burden the stress of the students while they are appearing for the exam. And the program received a great success that the students very brightly they are discussing with the Prime Minister various issues so that the burden on the students that can be nullified, that can be shortened. So these are steps we have to undertake in higher education institutes also. So what is the current situation? What is happening in education institutes? The current in the state when like going to examinations, the examinations going semester end examinations are currently happening. And what is the scenario? That the students are appearing for the examination and what of malpractice are going there in the HEIs, especially in rural area. What is happening? Whether the students are present in the classrooms, how you are going to assess the students' performance if the students are absent classroom. So these are the worrisome picture in front of us. जब ये पॉलिसी पिक्चर में आनी थी कि हमारा जो वर्कलोड है, हम जो काम कर रहे हैं वो बहुत सारा काम हो जाएगा, लेकिन जब ये पॉलिसी सामने आई तब उसमें से ऐसे अभी दिखता है वर्कलोड तो कम नहीं हुआ, वर्कलोड तो अभी बढ़ गए, बिकॉज इन सोशल साइंसेज ह्यूमैनिटीज like science stream, the practicals are included, and with the inclusion of practicals, now the workload is increased. You have to conduct the practical in the batches. And there you require human resource to conduct practicals. Now, for the languages and for the social sciences, there are maximum 2 faculty members in a particular college. But as the batches are increasing for the practicals, require more faculty members to accommodate in your department. So definitely the workload is increased and the burden also increased. Here with this introduction of this in front of us in the form of practicals, and we are going to discuss one by about the opportunities, current examination system, how the system is going to be there. That examination ORI system focuses on rote memorization. What is going to happen in this particular examination system, or we can say prior examination system, the students have to give examination for 3 hours and has to pen down in the answer sheet knowledge in between that 3 hours of period. So the rote memorization process was there. External meet student curiosity and enthusiasm for learning. And some emphasize memory over conceptual understanding. Whatever he has in his memory, the students, according to that, he has to paint in the final examination or the answer sheet, and according to the whatever he has written in that answer sheet and the performance in that answer, the students' overall understanding that subject is evaluated. So this was the system, higher examination system. Then limited practical skills development even after UG, PG and PhD. Very limited scope is provided for the practicals to the students, humanities and social sciences as compared to the students in science stream. Issues with quality in question paper sitting and exams. If you go through the exam papers, then you can see, discuss, pen down, write down. So these type of questions we have in our previous examination system. So we have to change the structure of examinations or question paper set, and so in the examination logistics, whatever the expenses and the time we require for this examination logistics, that we have to come down when we are thinking about these terms. Then heavy pressure from term examination. When the term examination are there, we provide a heavy pressure on the colleges, on the students. These are the important aspects of current exam. What are the rationales for these evaluation reforms? We have to march from rote learning. We have to forward to subject has to be increased, and this can be done with the help of the design and develop when we are talking about the examination reforms. Another aspect that is current system focuses on memorization, neglecting problem solving and creativity, need for diverse assessment to reflect students' comprehensive skills. Exams often create stress and leave room for malpractices that we are witnessing all these aspects when we are talking about examination reforms. So what we have to do, that is we have to accept the situation, and according to that we have to make service in our system. What that is outcome based education. This is the concept that the national education policy, the document focuses on outcome based education. What type of outcome we require? That is interpretive structural ISM forms a hierarchical structure for education. What is the objective of this structure? It focuses on holistic development, that we have to develop the students intellectually, we have to develop the students socially, and we have to develop the students physically also. So according to that, we have to integrate the interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary aspect in to curriculum. According to that, we have to design and develop that type of curriculum which focuses on interdisciplinary, focuses on practical learning, which focuses on humanities, which focuses on value education, and which also promotes co-curricular activities and also the extracurricular activities. So, considering all these aspects, we have to develop our curriculum, we have to develop the courses according to the demand of the industry. We have to incorporate the aspects of practical learning, then humanities, and also co-curricular activities into the curriculum. Key features of this outcome education, that is low outcome based education. Outcome is driven curriculum, skill oriented and future focused. Active learning through engagement, teamwork, and real world problem solving. Is happening in the previous part of the education, that three important aspects that we are covering. Then what we are in our day-to-day activities in our colleges, that we are going to organize guest lectures. We are going to organize group discussions. We are going to we all as a faculty members are conducting beyond. Here there is a one very important term that this national education policy has provided to us, that is the out of box thinking. So what is this out of box thinking? So this aspect is mentioned here, that is active learning through engagement, teamwork, and real world problem solving. We have to be student centric. We have to provide scope to the students to share their ideas, innovative ideas the students have. But we have to think that whether we are going to provide a platform to students to share their ideas, and what ideas are suggested by the students, whether we are encouraging them to come into existence of particular idea, providing impetus, we are motivating and encouraging the student to promote the ideas of the students. We have it the work done from the students. So active engagement with the help of teamwork. And so if you go for such type of students, we understand the real world problem solving. What are the real world problems? the stress is increasing, anxiety is increasing, the students are committing suicide. Why? Because they don't see any type of job opportunity in the society after getting education. In recent times, what happens that for the uh, police recruitment, the higher education in the form of engineering, in the form of then medical services, in the form of paramedic services, and also the students from the pharmacy, they have applied for this police recruitment. So where we are going? So these signs shows that the students are education only for certification purposes. They don't have of the skill on the basis of the knowledge they have received after completing a particular course. So that's why this learning outcome based education plays a very important role. Whatever course you are going to take admission, it should be a certificate course, it should be a diploma course, PG diploma course, or degree course. What are the outcomes? First, you have to decide the outcomes. After gaining a particular course, what type of service, what type of abilities the students are going to gain, that should be defined, and that should be retained, that should be reached to the students. So this is the top priority of that faculty member and also developer of that particular course. And according to that, only these guidelines, we have to design and develop a particular course. Integration of technology for enhanced learning experiences. So as we in our video, we have learned about the digital learning process, how digital learning process is enhancing the activities of the budding learners, and without with such a flexibility, and also provided the vast platform of choosing diverse subjects according to the choice of the student. So we have to integrate the technology and also the experience for enhanced learning of the students. Clear alignment with industry demands and career goals. According to the demands of the industry, we have to design and develop our courses so that after completion of the courses, the students can easily acquire the job and excel in the life cycle. So for that, we have to understand the uh, do learning based education assessment, summative assessment. With the help of these aspects, we are so I am talking about the assessment types. So these are the assessment types that we have to follow. Degree evaluation process is there in CBSE, or we can say that is the holistic development or the progress card after the completion of a particular standard. Students received the progress card, but what is happening in higher education regarding the rote memorization process? In a particular period of 3 hours or 2 hours only, the, the students, the knowledge he received in a particular semester, that can be assessed in the examination for 3 hours period only. To overcome this problem of understanding, what we have to do, we have to provide a 360-degree platform for the assessment of the students. This platform is very useful. The positive results we are observing in the CBSE pattern in schooling education. That's why the Maharashtra government has recently announced that from the first standard, now the CBSE pattern is going to be implemented in all the schools. So to provide a 360-degree evaluation. So what can be done in summative assessment end of unit exam? That can be done after completion of particular unit, and examination should be arranged for the students according to the performance in the examination, according to the assessment. We have to provide the marks to the students. So after completion of each unit, we have to arrange the examination. So be very helpful to understand the slow learners and also the fast learners. And if the students are slow learners, then we have to take extra efforts by extra classes for the students so that can be cope up with the fast learners. So defining or after particular completion of that we are saying that you have to give descriptive answer. That can be that can be seminar, that can be a group discussion, that can be a unit test, that can be multiple choice questions we have in our hands. But we have to arrange type of activities for the student that students will come to the classroom. Otherwise, what will happen? The same scenario that the colleges are there in the classroom. So this is limited to humanities and social sciences. But what professional courses, BBA, BCAs, BSc, then management courses, pharmacy courses, engineering. But why such type of nervousness is there in social sciences and humanities? Unless and until we are not going to think about the situation of these disciplines, we are not going to provide the quality or skill-based education to the students. As maximum students, they are choosing social sciences and competitive examinations. They are from the social sciences and humanities background. They are going to be the officers, they are going to be the civil servants. And if they are not coming to the colleges, not sitting in the classrooms, they policymakers or the change makers in the society. So this is a very worrisome situation in front of the faculty members. As the leaders in the academic sector, it is the responsibility of the teachers and faculty members to create awareness in the areas of humanities and social sciences, to share and to promote and inspire the students to come to the classrooms and attend the lectures of, if we are going to arrange such type of activities in our classroom, in our higher education institutes, that we conduct the summative assessment. After a completion of a particular unit, we have to arrange days. We have to then formative assessment, continuous monitoring during the learning process. Of the students, whether the students are participating in seminar, workshops, presentations, then presentations, the students after completion of particular unit, the students are asking questions, they are clear topic. So according to the students' performance, we have to analyze the continuous monitoring during the learning and ethical traits. So this is a very important aspect that we have to evaluate the performance emotionally, whether the students are emotional or they are just students are social, they should be considered. So, social and ethical traits when it direct indirect method received learnings, that an indirect method, that aspect we have to understand. Then criteria, norm and self-reference, different comparisons and standards that we have to consider when we are talking about the evaluation reforms. UGC initiatives forms, what the university has initiated when we are talking about these evaluation reforms, blend of internal and external evaluation. Internal and external evaluation. All are going, the teacher with the help of active presentation, discussions, seminars, that can be done through type of test series. You provide assess the students, and in external by inviting the from various colleges or the uh, department, you can arrange for the external evaluation. So the internal and external evaluation, we have adapted 30-20 pattern. 30 marks is for the final examination. 20 pattern is for internal and external evaluation. In 20 marks for evaluation and 10 marks are for externally about the semester. Likewise, in second semester also 30 pattern we have added. So these blend internal external evaluation process that provides a base for the students to and also to the faculty to participate to it is expected that after but the assessment process we have adopted is a very time consuming and it takes more time to declare results to the universities and colleges, which will hamper the faith of the students on the system. So to cope up with the situation, we have to introduce the technology and automation in the and for that purpose, students, then definitely we can cope up the situation that the examination in a very simple way and provide a platform to the students that within 15 days period we are going to provide the result of the final examination. But it's possible if we go for the unique we are talking about this leveraging technology for transparent system, uh, automation for result calculation, sitting arrangements, evaluation, development of software for student ad for accessible and verifiable. So results plays an important and timely declaration of result improves the trust on the education system and the students can provide or we can attract number of students to our colleges or to the universities on the basis of the transparent evaluation process. Whatever the grievances are there after examination, that should be nine. Otherwise, it takes more than 6 months to clarify the grievances of the student. So it becomes a lengthy process. To avoid this lengthy process, transparency must be there in the examination and evaluation process. And for that purpose, we have to make use of technology in the evaluation processes. Question paper setting and models. Moderation. Type of moderation we have to do. In question settings and moderation. Balance difficulty levels in question papers. When we are designing and developing question papers, a training must be provided to the faculty members in higher education institutes. What is happening right now? No any training to faculty members when they are going to design the question papers. Only the names are declared that these and these faculty members have to design and develop particular questions. So now we have to change the difficulty levels like MPSC, UPSC examinations. The papers structured into groups, A group, so B group, C group, D group. Likewise, the same question paper should not be there for the students. Otherwise, the examinations are going to be the monotonous examination that we are observing and experiencing that the paper leak, such type of question papers in the form of grouping, so that there should not be any type of malpractices in the final examinations. Or if you go for these 360-degree evaluation or continuous learning evaluation, then definitely there will not be any type of burden or stress among the students and also the faculty members regarding the final examination. Regular academic audits of question papers for consistency and quality. Have you understood these, or have you experienced uh, such type of activities in higher education institutes, in colleges or universities, that the academic audit of question paper has done by a particular university or a particular college? According to my knowledge, that till now no university and also the higher education institutes or colleges, they have gone for the academic audit of the question papers, and how you are going to design and develop a question paper. So this is also worrisome area, that regular academic audit be done on the question paper setting, how into for final edges of the evaluation process to ensure fairness, moderation process in the examination process, the aspect or the attitude of the faculty members must be fair. It should be impartial. There should not be any type of partiality among the students when you are going to of the students. So moderation should be there. Then grading and credit transfer. Here, in our video also, we have understood the grading system and the credit transfer policy. The UGC has decided that the credits must be here for a particular course. You go certificate, minimum 2 credit should be provided to the student after completion of that particular certificate course, diploma or any whatever education you gain, it must be recognized, and the recognition done on the basis of the credits. And to acquire that credits, you have to go with 4 different levels of assessment. First, that you have to go for the understanding of that particular subject. Then various peers, guest lectures you have to arrange. You have to provide notes for the examination, give the examinations, attend the lectures, classes, and after that, after successfully giving the examination, final part is of the certification. And this is the criteria that the UGC has provided when you are designing and developing a MOOC course. And after completion of particular course, the students have to assign credits for that particular course. So standardizing grading and credit transfer process, uniform guidelines for SGPA, CGPA, and course credit across institutions. There are number of institutions in India, premier institutions and also the professional institution. So across all the institutions, these credits must be transferred all over the India. And that for that purpose, the National Depository has been created, multiple exit and multiple policy, that the national education policy is implemented. The students from all over the India, after completion of particular course, the credit side to the student, whether he is in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, in his account, the credits are stored. On the same level, the credit transfer policy has been implemented by National Education Policy. facilitating credit transfer to support student mobility. So the mobility of students for job purposes or for any other purposes, students can migrate from one part of the country to the other part of country. If the migration is going to be there, then definitely the equality and the credit transfer of student must be there. So for that purpose also the national credit policy framework that the UGC has pointed out through this national credit transfer policy, the credits are assigned to the particular students of a state when he mobilized to another state or any part of the country. That facility is provided by the UGC. Grading that reflects performance and ensures fairness. So grading plays an important role. It is CGPA, SGPA, and it reflects the performance and ensures the fairness in malpractice prevention and examination integrity. So malpractices plays an important role in the NEET examination also. In the last year, we have seen what type of malpractices have done and how the students score or excel with the out of marks in the NEET examination. Number of students received the out of marks in the NEET examinations. And that was the scam. That latter came into picture. So malpractice prevention and examination integrity. Unless and until there should be a 360-degree evaluation, the malpractices are not going to curb. And for that purpose, we have to be very confident. The teachers and faculty members, they must be very transparent. They must be very fair while doing the assessment and evaluation of a particular student in day-to-day activities. So ensuring integrity in the examination, protecting candidate identities and preventing cheating, strict monitoring during examinations, use of technology to ensure transparency. So strict monitoring during exams. What type of monitoring we are doing in the examination, you all know. How examinations we are conducting nowadays. So the examinations are very important aspect. Evaluation is a very important aspect. It can shape the future of the students. Evaluation can shape the future of the students. So to avoid malpractices and examination in the examination, we have to be very strict monitoring during the examination. There should not be any scope left behind to do the malpractices in the examinations. Future of HEI evaluation, a shift from the rote learning to critical thinking and problem solving. A shift is there from rote learning to problem solving techniques. So this national education policy document focuses about that the student must acquire critical thinking acumen. What is critical thinking? A problem is there in front of him, then on his own, on the previous knowledge, on the knowledge he gained. But what is happening right now? We are not using our own intelligence. We are focusing only on artificial intelligence. We are totally dependent. So it's a very important role of Atmanirbhar. We have to, I'm a self-dependent on each and every aspect of life. If such attitude we provide among the students, then our future generation will have better footings. They can see or face the challenges of this artificial intelligence. Now, when in 2025, as we entered in 2025, Facebook has provided the new form that this is the beta generation. What is this beta generation? Means for this generation, prior to this generation, it was mobile generation. They are very smart. They are using mobiles. A small kid can have number of functions when he is using mobile. But now in 2025, the robots are there. Artificial intelligence has introduced, and the new generation has the beta generation. They have number of opportunities in front of them in the form of artificial intelligence. Enchanting AI artificial intelligence. But what about the self-intelligence? Whether our brain has the capacity or we have to train our brain to think selfly. That we have to understand. Unless and until we shape our brain, we or we inculcate the habit of providing such a type of instructions to our brain and to our brain, then definitely our generations, they are going to be for our coming generations. For that purpose, we have to think of our original intelligence, forgetting about the artificial intelligence. That's why its name is artificial intelligence. It's not original, it's artificial. So again, the people they are saying that with the introduction of artificial of the educational system, all the knowledge is there on the internet, Gemini, AI applications are there. And unless I am saying that here on this platform, I can say that the generation or the coming days for the teachers, they are very bright for the teaching community. As the students, we have to develop the emotional quotient of the students. What is happening in America? What is happening in Russia? What is happening in China? Students, they are using artificial intelligence in their day-to-day activities. What is happening? They are emotionally losing themselves from their families because they are not having touch of their mother, of their father, of their grandmothers, of their grandparents. So touch plays an important role in human emotions. And this touching is done with the help of the teaching faculty, the teachers, the gurus. That's why India has great future. The teachers from India has the great future in coming years when we are talking about the artificial intelligence. And the whole world is looking towards us that in 2047, India is going to be the Vikasit Bharat. And we have that ability, we have that potential that in 2047, India will lead the universe and once again attain the same glory as it was in past years. That the knowledge society, we are going to be there. A shift from rote learning to critical thinking and problem solving, continuous assessment to foster holistic development, continuous, if you go for continuous assessment, then and then only the holistic development of the students can be done. The importance of collaboration between industry and academia. They whatever demands of the industry according to the demands of the industry, what the industry, we have to develop the curriculum, we have to develop the academia, we have to change the mindset of the faculty members, and there should be a connection between industry and academia. We have to develop culture of collaborations, which was there, but with the advent of these Britishers, with the invasion of our country, we have lost that the glory of collaboration with others. We become self-centered. But now, in the if you have to excel in the life, then there must be collaboration. And now this is the age of collaboration. Each and every sector we have collaborations. If you have to excel in the area of academics, you have to collaborate with the foreign universities. We have to collaborate with the national universities, institutes, premier institutes of education. A small college from the rural area like ours can collaborate with the premier institutes in India. So that can be possible with the help of this collaboration opportunity provided by this national education policy. Future ready graduates with skills aligned to global demands. What are the global demands now? As we are seeing that we have number of unicorns. The unicorns are increasing day by day. What are the unicorns? The person or the startup companies who have more than 2 billion of there. So number of unicorns are increasing in India day by day. So what is startup? That new technologies, new terms we have to undertake towards the rural areas. The potentials, we have to tap the potentials in the rural area. We have a very great base of agriculture. We have to tap that base of agriculture, and according to that, we have to fulfill the demands of the developed countries or developing countries. What is happening? What about wheat? What about rice? That whatever we are producing, that is not sufficient for the people in India. We are lacking in wheat production. We are lacking in rice production. We have to get it imported from other countries. That's why the inflation is increasing. When we are going to be the exporters, then definitely our we can say that the foreign policy, foreign investment is increasing day by day, and it will boost the economy. The fish from the foreign countries, they are willing to enter in the Indian market because the demand in that particular area. So we must have and our graduates with skills which are aligned to the global demands. So these are the aspects that today I have evaluation reform, the examinations, the evaluations that we are doing in our colleges, in higher education. One more aspect is about research. As we are going for research, number of PhDs are increasing day by day. For completion of PhD, we have numerous schemes like ARP, Sarthi, Bharati, and also other in science, also ST. Then so these government agencies, they are providing inspiration and motivating to the academics to conduct the quality research so that our research can be used in our daily life. But we are focusing research activities, quality of research not increasing. So for that work, it is the research. So I am talking about this, the inculcating the moral conducting that can be utilized for the benefit of the common people in India. Rather that the patents, we are registering patents, the faculty members, especially in humanities, social sciences, and also the faculty members from science that the faculty members or people that they are registering, they are registering for patents. But what about the commercialization? How many of the patents they are commercialized? In our university or the universities from Maharashtra, how many patents are commercialized? And other parts of also the rest of country. That is the worrisome picture. Though we have been providing the potential to that particular idea, so it can be a business model to a particular person. So that we have to think. And it is responsibility of the faculty education institutes to motivate the students come to the college and study बात हम सब लोग में हम तो इस माध्यम से हम लोग जो है हमारा जो यहाँ पर अपने जो अगर कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं तो हम लोग उसके ऊपर बात कर सकेंगे। आपके अगर कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो यू कैन एंड regarding the national education policy on any topic about the national education policy. How you are going to cope up with the practice in the national education policy. If you have any questions regarding the presentation, then I will share with another PPT. If you have any questions, please ask.
Please, any question? Please raise your hand, participant. I think no question, sir.
Then I will have another presentation for an hour. In the first part, we discussed about the evaluation reforms. With the help of videos, we have talked about the overview of the national education policy, Indian knowledge system, internship, digital learning. Here, in the second part, I will discuss about the NEP 2020 and holistic education. So, what is an holistic education? Sa Vidyaya Vimohe. This is the logo, or we can say the motto of University Grants Commission. Knowledge is that which liberates. It is on the basis of knowledge that we can achieve search of truth can be acquired with the help of this, the power of knowledge. Recently, on 14th of or this month, we have celebrated the birth anniversaries of two great personalities or the Putras of Bharat. That is, one is Mahatma Phule and another one is Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Mahatma Phule is called as the Kranti Jyoti Mahatma Phule, who has revolutionized the society. And Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, the disciple of Mahatma Phule, who is known as the Jnana Surya, the follower of Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha has, in his message, has pointed out that Atat Deepa Bhava means the light is there, the knowledge is there. You have to, personality is going to. Swami Vivekananda has also pointed out the same, that you are the creator of your own destiny. No one is going to be there to safeguard you. You, you are the creator of your destiny. No stars, nobody, no one to you. Only so this is the name of the etymology the word Bharat carries. We are now focusing on Bharat. When the G20 summit was organized in Delhi. The G20 summit in Delhi, then hosted a dinner and he has mentioned that welcome to Bharat. So what they suggests that Bharat is yesterday also in the program the Prime Minister has point partners of appreciated the effort that Bharat is not development. Holistic development focuses on the experiential learning. Here, engagement arrange such type of activities in the classroom so that the students can participate in those activities. Learner-centered approach. What the students want to learn according to their learning abilities and according to their capacities, learning capacities, the schedule should be designed in a such a way that it should be learner-centered approach. Authentic assessment, as we have seen that real and authentic assessment, impartial assessment we have to conduct when we are talking about the experiential learning. Environment plays an important role. Education, experience and environment. Then on training, we have seen that when we are talking about critical thinking, problem and what are the solutions while thinking, not asking to the chat GPT or any other application which are available nowadays. We have to focus on the critical thinking and problem solving. So for that purpose, these are who, what, how, which, when, and whom. These are the about any type of situation. For what purpose I am learning? What is the aim? Why I am learning? For whom I am learning? How I am learning? And for whom? And for what purpose? So these are the questions. If the students they are asking questions to themselves, then definitely they will overcome with the solution. They will find the solution and face the challenges in their life. But for that purpose, we have to nurture the habit of critical learning among them. किस तरह से ये हैबिट हम हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके इसमें उनके पर्सनालिटी में इसको इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सकेंगे? फॉर दैट पर्पज यू रिक्वायर एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग, and for experiential learning you have to design and develop such a type of system, such type of ecosystem in your higher education institute, so that the student feel themselves very comfortable. There should not be any type of botheration regarding the assessment, regarding the evaluation, regarding the examination system. The student must be free from all types of stress. That's why Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore has pointed out in his a very beautiful poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear. First line, it indicates that where the mind is without fear, where the health is head high, where knowledge is free, clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits. So these are the lines of a very great poem by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. So this is a blueprint of the education system in India. Like Rabindranath Tagore, Yogi Arvindo or Maharishi Arvindo has pointed out with the same situation, national system of education, where also he has pointed out on all these aspects. In our education system, the various aspects of education is the manifestation of the perfection already in rightly said that education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. So what is education? Education is there already in the man. The duty of a teacher is to root out that education. It has to inculcate the idea among the students. The teacher, the knowledge, to introduce the knowledge to the student. He provides the ways and means. This education plays a very important role. What Yogi Arvindo says that the first principle of The first principle of true teaching is that nothing can be taught. Teacher is not an instructor or taskmaster. He is a helper and guide. There is nothing to teach. Already, the teacher is the instructor or a taskmaster. He is a helper and a guide. He must be the facilitator. Whatever the ideas are there, whatever the task has to be carried out by the students. So the teacher must be an instructor. He has to give the instructions to the students. The ways he has to provide right direction has to be given by the teacher. And on the basis of these, the student is going to shape his life. Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, the poem which I have discussed with you, that where the mind is without fear and hate is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that haven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So this is a very great poem. This is the blueprint of the Bharatiya education system, Indian education system, where unless and until there is mind, you are not going to provide education to anybody. You are not going to provide knowledge to anybody. So for that purpose, the mind should be trained. It should be stressless, stress-free. Then and then only the new ideas erupt. The creativity enhances when the student or anyone is in a happy condition, happy situation. So the environment plays an important role. That's why it is said that the environment plays an important role. Educational environment. In what type of environment you are providing to the students. So important aspect of holistic development, that the student-centric atmosphere we have to create in universities, in colleges, and for a student-centric approach, we require on-job training, assessment of teachers, and IKS, student-centric. Now, how the student-centric atmosphere is created? So these are the aspects. In the video also, we have learned that what is happening when we are talking about the student-centric approach. The students eagerly waiting to come to the college because they have the motivation to implement their ideas. They have the excellence in their attitude to come up with new ideas, creativity, and that creativity is paid in the college, in the higher education institutes, in the form of awards, in the form of appreciation. Unless and until these activities we carry out in our higher education ecosystem, the student will not attract towards our higher education institutes. But for that purpose, we have to create student-centric atmosphere in our premises. How to learn holistic development. So these are the important aspects of holistic development. First one is a sports integration. Sports plays an important role. Sports create an empathy. Sports create an creativity. Sports create excellence in our life. Sports encourages the competition. The competition plays, motivates the personality to undertake any type of task in the life, to face any challenges in the life. So sports integration plays an important role. Flexibility in course choices. while making choice of a particular course, there should be a flexibility for the student which particular subject I have to take in a particular course according to that language formula. One is the Matrubhasha, or we can say mother tongue. Another language, that is the Hindi, national, any foreign language, the students go English, as English is the wide language spoken all over the world. So that's why the people go for the English language. Sanskrit or any other regional languages, the students can go on. Engineering, medical examinations, they are also now, the medium of instruction is now available in and also in national language in Hindi. So the students can go for the national language, mother language, or in foreign language. So this flexibility is providing impetus for understanding and for going the new avenues in the life for the students. Integration of essential subjects, skills, we have to integrate this without the traditional courses. Along with traditional courses, we have to introduce personality development courses, soft skill development, value education courses. Then another very short term courses, so that the skill enhancement of the student assessment is an important role in the education, because the final appreciation is done on the assessment develops and builds faith of the students on the higher education institutes. Regarding the higher education institute, art integration, art plays an important role in developing personality. Nowadays, people, along with their traditional courses, going for art, see, example drama, for example drawing, for example frame painting, these are there. Here we in India, we are talking about 64 art, 60 force of knowledge, 60 force of Jainas, and Dr. Abasakar has knowledge of 64 subjects. That's why it is, that's why he is called as the Jnana Surya, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. On the same level with the traditional course, along with the sciences, along with the arts and humanities courses, we must have the art as a particular subject, for example, so that the student get the benefit of overall development, holistic development of the students. So the 21st century skills are all experience, sports, integrated courses, dualism, and of essential subjects, skills and capacities, transforming the assessment purposes and for teachers' development. For teachers' development, we have Malviya Mission and other capacity building programs, and also the number of workshops, seminar, organizations are developing. All the organizations are there. Teachers. So specific sets of skills and values across domains will be identified for integration and incorporation at each stage of learning, from preschools to higher education. So in higher education, the student from commerce must have the knowledge of science, basic and other emotional quotient should be developed of each and every personality, and that can be done with the help of the art integration with the so the holistic development can be achieved with the help of essential subjects, skills, and also the capacities of the students. Then experiential learning. Experiential learning plays an important part and aspects in the overall development of students. In all stages, hands-on learning, arts integration, and sports integrated education, storytelling based pedagogy, among others, as standard pedagogy within each subject and with explorations of relations among different subjects. Story pedagogy. What when I have presented a paper or I understood that what we are doing, we are telling the stories to everybody. What happened in the morning, like this, our story begins. What is going on, like why is the story, our stories only from our birth to our end. We are dealing with stories only. So storytelling based pedagogy, if we adapted in our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day teaching, then students can connect with the system of education, and they can create interest in the system of education. They feel liking, they adopt the environment in storytelling based pedagogy. Standard pedagogy with its subject and with explorations of relations among different subjects, that is multidisciplinary and intern students when we are talking about the experiential learning. To close the gap in achievement of learning outcomes, classroom transactions will shift towards competency-based learning and education. There is a gap. What is the gap? The gap between achievement of learning outcomes. So in previous system, what is going to be there? The 3 hours examination is there. Whatever the students have learned, so pen down the 3 hours, the abilities, the capacity. According that, the memorization, on the level of memorization, we are going to assess the competency of the students. Classroom transactions will shift towards competency-based learning and education. Now that are to be shifted towards competency-based learning and education. Then assessment tools, including assessment as, assessment of, and assessment for learning, will also be aligned with the learning outcomes, capabilities, and this given class. For what purpose you are learning, for what purpose you are assessing, and for whom you are assessing. According to that, the outcomes, capabilities, and dispositions as specified for each subject of a given class. So you have, when you are designing a particular course, design a particular pedagogy, according to that, you have to design a pedagogy of that course. What are the outcomes of the course? And on the basis of that, you have to design and develop a course. The same system is adopted here when we are talking about the experiential learning. The next point, that is art integration. Art integration is a cross-curricular pharmacy management. They are have habits, various habits like singing, dancing. Now, one of these policies. So, an art integration is a cross-curricular pedagogical approach that utilizes various aspects and forms of art and culture as the basis for learning of concepts across subjects. As a part of thrust on experiential learning, art integrated it not only for creating joyful classrooms, but also for imbibing the Indian ethos through integration of Indian linkages between education and culture. So art integration plays an important role. It is the bridge between the education and culture. So if you watch movie Tare Zameen Par, there was a drawing teacher and he one day organizes the drawing competition. And in that drawing competition, each and every, from the teachers to the students, they have to draw pictures. And very fondly, all these teachers and the students, they participate in the drawing competition. So for a day, they forgot their designation. They forgot all whatever their designations are there, whatever the numerous aspects and attitudes are there. They lost in their personalities and they drawn the picture where you can design and develop your personality. The art takes all the strays and provide a creativity to you. So for that purpose, art integration is a very important tool when we are talking about the experiential learning in the classroom. So art, sculpture, drawing, singing, dancing, these are the art forms. Drama, this is also an art form. The students provide the platform in the classroom. They have to share their presentation performance in the classroom, then definitely it is going to be a very sort of, we can say, a linkage between the education and culture. So in rural areas, there are number of art forms. The students can design and develop various type of structures that can be done, that can be demonstrated, and it can provide the artisan community in a particular college. So art integration plays an important role when we are talking about the experience learning. Then sports integration. Sports integration is another cross-curricular pedagogical approach, indigenous sport in pedagogical practices to help in developing skills such as collaboration, self-initiative, self-direction, self-discipline, teamwork, responsibility, citizenships, morality, etc. If you integrate sports in activities are imbibed among your students. So what are the qualities that are collaboration, collaborative, then helping nature, providing helping hand to others, self-initiatives. Who is going to be a self-initiator? The leader, the performer, self-initiatives, self-direction, how to go, how to start, then self-discipline, how to maintain a discipline when you are in the society, when you are playing with the others, when you are among the others. So discipline plays an important, the sanskar, the culture of self-discipline, the culture of teamwork, the responsibility, citizenship, etc. These qualities will improve among the students, and the overall personality of that student will grow. When you are going to use a sports integration, when you are going to incorporate to your course, then sports integrated learning will be undertaken in classroom actions to help students adopt fitness as a lifelong attitude and to achieve the related life skills along with levels of fitness as envisaged in the Fit India movement. The need to integrate sports in education as well as recognized it serves to foster holistic development by promoting mental and psychological well-being while also enhancing cognitive abilities. So these are the abilities that are integrated with the help of sports integration. We are talking about the experiential learning. Empower students through flexibility in course choices. The course choices must be provided to the students. Students will be given increased flexibility and choice of subjects to study, particularly in secondary schools, then so that they can design their own paths of study and life plans. Holistic development and a wide choice of subjects and courses year to year will be the new distinguishing feature of secondary school education. There will be no hard separation among curricular, extracurricular, or co-curricular among arts, humanities, and sciences, or between vocational and academic streams. Subjects such as physical education, the arts and crafts and vocational skills, in addition to science, humanities, and mathematics, will be incorporated throughout the school curriculum with a consideration for what is interesting and safe at each age. Multilingualism and the power of language. It is well understood and it is said that मातृभूमि और मातृभाषा का कोई विकल्प नहीं हो सकता है. There should not be any choice among your land, your mother tongue, and your own mother. चॉइस है क्या हम हमारी मातृभूमि चुन सकते हैं? ऐसा नहीं है. हमारी मातृभाषा चुन सकते हैं ऐसा नहीं है, और हमारी माँ को भी हम चुन नहीं सकते. देयर इज नो ऑन द सेम लेवल. इट इज द मातृभाषा, it is your mother tongue that provides the wider aspects. That's why from Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, Yogi Aurobindo, Gurudeva, Rabindranath Tagore, and all of they pointed that the primary education must be provided in mother tongue only. The primary education जो है वो मातृभाषा में ही देना जरूरी है. उसकी जो मातृभाषा होगी उसी मातृभाषा में उसके विचार उसको समझ में आएंगे, उसका आकलन उसे हो सकता है, उसकी समझ उसमें ज्यादा बढ़ती है. कोई भी परकीय भाषा में अगर हम उसे प्राइमरी एजुकेशन में पढ़ाएंगे तो उसे अपनी खुद की मातृभाषा भी नहीं आएगी, और जो परकीय भाषा है वह भाषा भी वो स्टूडेंट सीख नहीं पाता है. The same issues we are now observing among the convent educated students. They are lacking in their mother tongue. They are lacking in English, and they are lacking in national language, that is Hindi also. And what about Sanskrit and other languages, Urdu, and also the other Indian languages? What is the future? How? So that's why it is well understood that young children learn and grasp non-trivial concepts more quickly in their home language or mother tongue. Home language is usually the same language as the mother tongue or that which is spoken by local communities. The three language formula will continue to be implemented while keeping in mind the constitutional provisions aspirations of the people, regions, and the union, and the need to promote multilingualism as well as promote national unity. However, there will be a greater flexibility in the three language formula, and no language will be imposed on any state. So this is important. There will not be imposition of any language on a particular state. According to their own choices, according to the choices of students, they can go for three language formula. The one is the mother language, another one is the national language, and third, any foreign language, any regional language the student can go for. There are three languages learned by children will be choices of states, then regions, and all the courses of the students themselves. So long as at least two of the three languages are native to India. All efforts will be made in preparing high quality bilingual textbooks and teaching learning material for science and mathematics so that the students are enabled to think and speak about the two subjects both in their home language, mother tongue, and in English. Indian languages are among the richest, most scientific, most beautiful, and most expressive in the world, with a huge body of ancient as well as modern literature, both prose and poetry, film and music written in these languages that help form India's national identity and wealth. For purposes of cultural enrichment as well as national integration, all young Indians should be aware of the rich and vast array of languages of their own country and the treasures that they and their literatures contain. Bengali is the same language. It is a very rich language, and it is made rich by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, Satyendranath Banerjee, Sharat Chandra Chattopadhyay, and number of writers who contributed in Bengali language. Gitanjali first was published in Bengali, and then again it is translated by Gurudev himself in English, and it is given to William Wordsworth when he was there in England. And after reading the poems in by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, Wordsworth has pointed out that I have not gone through such beautiful poems throughout my life. So the Nobel Prize bestowed on Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore uh, for the best poems in the world, that is Gitanjali. And the same poem we have uh, learned in the first part of this lecture, in the previous presentations, no? Where the mind is without fear, where he talks about the role of mind and the fear and how the uh, blueprint of national education should be there, that he has pointed out. Curriculum integration of essential subjects, skills, and capacities. What should be there in the curriculum integration? What aspects we have to cover when we are talking about the curriculum integration? That is language proficiency. What is language proficiency? That, as mentioned, three language formula. Each and every student must be proficient in three languages, any three languages. One is the mother tongue, another one is the national language, and third, any regional language or any foreign language, the students, according to the choice of the students. Scientific temper and evidence-based learning. So the student must have the scientific temper. Why the questions? Why, what, how, when, why, which? So these questions must arise in the mind. And if the students can solve the problems on the basis of these questions, then the scientific temper of the students will going to increase. And also the evidences, he is going to dig out the evidences on the basis of the thinking, creativity and innovativeness. If the questions are there, then definitely the creativity will impulse, the creative will motivate, and the innovative, it provides, the creativity provides impetus for the innovativeness. It provides fuel for the innovativeness. Sense of aesthetics and art. Sense of aesthetics and art. The student must have the sense for aesthetics and art. There should be the integration of arts, culture in the curriculum, oral and written communication. So in the classroom also, this can be followed and practiced, that the oral communication should be done. The students must have the sessions of loud reading in the classrooms and also have the written tutorials in the classroom. The session for written writing, that should be done. One is for oral presentation and one session is for the written communication. There should be a separate session for writing. Mass writing should be there in the colleges. As the students, they are now losing their habit of writing within a particular a time, in a minute. How many words you can write with your own hand, not on typing. Now the problem is that the students can type near about 40-60 words in a minute. But what about the writing, when they are writing in the notebook, when they are writing in their notebooks? So that is the issue, that the practice of uttering, practice of reading, practice of writing should be there. Health and nutrition, this plays an important role. Shariram Adyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam means if you first you have to nourish your body, so that on the basis of that body, on the basis of your health, you can achieve whatever you want in your life. So for that purpose, healthy mind in a healthy body in a healthy situation, that you have to protect your health. Then physical education, fitness, wellness, sports, collaboration, teamwork, problem solving and logical reasoning, vocational exposure and skills, digital literacy, coding, computational thinking, ethical and moral reasoning. So these are the nowadays, these are the words on a very high, that everybody must know about the digital literacy, digital knowledge, how to handle online lectures, how to create digital content, that should be done. Coding, computational thinking, ethical and moral reasoning, knowledge and practice of human and constitutional values. So that's why it is made compulsory. What are the constitutional values? What are fundamental rights? What are fundamental duties? As we have rights, we must have the duties also. But we always focus on our rights. We always fight for our rights. But nobody is fighting about the duties. What are our fundamental duties? So these are the aspects that we have to think. Gender sensitivity. So these are the issues that we have to focus. Fundamental duties. Then citizenship skills and values, knowledge of India, environmental awareness, including water and resource conservation, sanitation and hygiene, and current affairs and knowledge of critical issues facing local communities, states, the country, and the world. So these are the aspects that we have to think about. Artificial intelligence, design thinking, holistic health, then organic living, environmental education, global citizenship education, GCED. So this is a new term, that global citizenship education. As we are saying that now we are living in a global village. That's why we became now the global citizen. So global citizenship education we have to provide. We can respect the values. We can respect the humanities on the how we have to live in collaboration, in cooperation with each other, not among our own community members, but the people, tolerance. So that we have to learn when we are talking about the global citizenship education. Major recommendation in higher education. What are the recommendations provided by the National Education Policy? First one is moving towards a higher educational system consisting of large multidisciplinary universities and colleges, with at least one in our near every district, and with more HEIs across India that offer medium of instructions or programs in local or Indian languages. Moving towards a more multidisciplinary undergraduate education, moving towards faculty and institutional autonomy. So this is important. All the two aspects are important, but along with that, faculty and institutional autonomy. Autonomy should be there. Likewise, before what is happening right now when uh, we are discussing about the changing the syllabus and the pedagogy and also the various aspects in education system, then the faculty members, they are going to say that what we are going to do, the university is there, affiliating university, we have to follow the rules and regulations. So our hands are bind up by the university, by the board of members, and we don't have any type of freedom. But right now, the freedom is there. You have the choices, the ability, the impetus is provided by the National Education Policy. The autonomy is provided to the colleges that according to the need, according to the local need and the demands of the students. Now, the faculty members, the principal, and all the academic pillars in higher education institutes, they can design their own courses. They can design their own modules of assessment, then evaluation. Each and every aspect is provided to you. The freedom is provided to you. Now you are self-reliant. But now the faculty members, they are not willing to go for this autonomy. When autonomy was there, everybody was asking for autonomy. And now when the autonomy was there, nobody is going to take for the autonomy. So this is a very pathetic condition. Revamping curriculum, pedagogy, assessment, and student support for enhanced student experience. Reaffirming the integrity of faculty and institutional leadership, positions through merit appointments and career progression, and based on teaching, research, and service, establishment of National Research Foundation, NRF, to fund outstanding peer-reviewed research and to actively seed research in universities and colleges. Governance of HERs by high qualified independent boards having academic and administrative autonomy, light but tight regulation by a single regulator for higher education, increased access, equity, and inclusion through a range of measures, including greater opportunities for understanding public education, scholarship by private philanthropic universities for disadvantaged and underprivileged students, online education and open distance learning, all infrastructure and learning materials accessible and available to learners with disabilities. So these are the aspects or the major recommendations provided by the UGC. Then HEIs in Bharat, what will happen to the HEIs in coming years? There will be autonomous colleges, there will be research intensive universities, and there will be teaching intensive universities. Only three types of institutes will be there: research intensive universities, teaching intensive universities, and autonomous colleges. So these are only the three uh, areas or three institutes exist in coming years in higher education institutes towards a more holistic and multidisciplinary education. Credit-based courses on community engagement and service, environmental education, climate change, pollution, waste management, sanitation, conservation of biological diversity, management of biological resources and biodiversity, forest and wildlife conservation, and sustainable development and living. This should be the areas or the higher education institute must have to start the courses on the particular issues which covers the areas on community engagement and service and also environmental education related to climate change, pollution, waste management, sanitation, sustainable development and living. Value-based courses on ethical constitutional values, universal human values of truth, satya, dharma, shanti, prem, ahimsa, scientific temper, citizenship values, also life skill lessons in seva, service, participation in community service programs will be considered an integral part of the holistic education. So, environmental education along with that value-based education should be considered here. So, what will be the structure? 3-year course, 4-year course. So these are the aspects that the national education policy has pointed out. And when we are talking about the holistic development, so along with the traditional courses, there should be integration of arts, there should be integration of sports, there should be integration of skills so that the overall development of the student will be there, holistic development of the student will be there. And as Prime Minister rightly said that we should not have to develop the uh, persons or the graduates who only have degrees. We have to develop the graduates along with degrees, they have skills, they have demands because we are now the global citizens. So along with this, I end up with the session and the questions are welcome. If you have any questions, please ask the questions regarding the presentation or anything you require regarding this national education policy implementation. You can ask.
Participant, please raise your hand. Any question?
A question is there regarding workload. What will be the workload when there is the less faculty? As I already mentioned that now there should not be any type of workload distribution. We have number of opportunities, number of faculty members we require. We require more human resources in our colleges as there are practicals. Is there any difference between OJT and internship? The same on-job training and OJT is the same. There should not be any type of difference on job training and internship. अभी तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा किसी को, मुझे ऐसा लगता है जब ये नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी इम्प्लीमेंट हो रही है हमारे यहाँ पर, तो हमने शुरू किया है इस साल। पिछले साल हमने पीजी के लिए शुरू किया और इस साल यहाँ पर हमने यूजी के लिए अभी शुरू किया है। तो इस साल के जो रिजल्ट्स है, अभी ये सेकंड सेमिस्टर है, पहला साल है, ये पहला साल अभी खत्म होने वाला है। तो इस सेशन में पहले साल में तो अच्छे रिजल्ट हम लोगों को दिख रहे हैं। इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करने वाली जो व्यवस्था है उसमें सबसे ज्यादा जो सहभागिता है वह जो हमारे प्राध्यापक बंधु और भगिनी है, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स है। दे हैव द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, दे हैव द responsibility to shoulder on their to shoulder the responsibility. So this is going to be a win-win situation for the faculty members, that they have number of opportunities which was very lacking in the previous years. Now they can start, they can motivate their students to start their own businesses, and along with the support and help from the institute also they can start. Any question now? Roll number 16, raised hand. Yes, please ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening.
I am audible, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, your session is very informative and knowledgeable regarding NEP 2020 in implement and higher education. Myself, Dr. Yogesh Kumar, Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida. Sir, my question is that art integration, sports integration, and experiential learning method in active classroom teaching practices. My college in run the B.Ed and B.Ed special course, sir. So that major issues that student admissions, the NCT is the reforming the 1 year B.Ed course, 4 year ITEP launch in present scenario. So that is the changes the curriculum is the immediately one year, after some time 2 year, and sometime is after 12 the 4 year integrated ITEP course. So that is that changes the curriculum and know about of the next 4 5 year in the implementation of teacher training institutes in all over India. It is the big thing कि एक रोड मैप जो NCT या NEP 20 के अकॉर्डिंग है, तो that prepare the universities and institutes the new curriculum framework. So that my question is that the big challenges of education thinkers in the future कि हम टीचर ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स के लिए एक बिग चैलेंजेस है कि जो हम आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन एंड मेथोडोलॉजी ऑफ एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग है, इंटरप्रेन्योरशिप माइंडसेट से हम लोग कैसे बच्चे को टीचर ट्रेनिंग में इम्प्लीमेंट करें सर, थोड़ा गाइडेंस के लिए सर।
टीचर ट्रेनिंग के लिए अभी 4 साल का इंटीग्रेटेड कोर्स बनाया है बीएड का।
यस सर।
और ये 4 साल के कोर्स में अगर इन स्टूडेंट्स को हम स्पोर्ट्स इंटीग्रेशन करेंगे, आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन करेंगे, यूज ऑफ क्राफ्ट करेंगे, तो
जी
उनका ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट होगा एंड दे कैन बी यूज्ड in any type of disciplines. In science also, what generally happening, what is now, that after completion of B.Ed course, you have to go for 2 methods only. But if
Okay.
you go for this art integration and also sports integration, you are having a multiple specialities in your personality. So your career avenues will be more as compared to the traditional B.Ed teacher course.
Yes sir,
So
yes sir,
definitely you have number of opportunities as compared to other teachers.
yes sir,
So this is the crux of this national education policy. Number of skills you are going to get. And now it is the duty of higher education institute, the imparting B.Ed education institute, to provide the quality teachers to
yes sir,
train the B.Ed teachers, the
yes sir. Thank
coming
you.
generation of teachers. Now what is happening that when in previous days when we go to visit to the colleges or schools, then we ask to the question to the students, what do you want to become in your future? Some of the students will say, I want to become engineer, doctor, then advocate, then barrister, likewise. One
Yes sir,
answer was also teacher. But now if you go to the colleges or in any educational institute, if you ask, what do you want to become? Then only two answers are there. Either I want to become a doctor or I want to become an engineer.
yes,
Nobody is going to say that I want to become a teacher. So this
yes
is
sir.
a very pathetic situation
Yeah,
in front
yeah.
of all of us.
Yes sir, yes sir, is a noble profession, and the comparison the other discipline in the education teacher training institutes is the different sir.
Yes, but
Uh,
this national education policy has
yes,
provided a greater support to the teachers
जी,
and number of opportunities are going to be there. But for that purpose, one must have to acquire the skills. Then and then only he has or she has the better opportunities in the life.
yes
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Update yourself, me sir.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much sir, support and guidance sir. Thank you so much.
Any participant? Any other participant?
So then, I'm very thankful to the HRDC, Professor Dr. Satish Patil sir, Rafvi sir, and all the supporting staff of HRDC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, and also the participants that they have listened whatever I have delivered to them and raised the questions and also shared their views, which is very helpful for me. And it is going to be an interactive session for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.